Welcome to the Master Info Week of the Università della Svizzera Italiana. For the whole week, you will find useful resources such as a welcome from our rector, Professor Boas Erez, a campus tour, testimonials from both current students and alumni, and an overview of USI's graduate placement opportunities. You can watch a brief description of our student services and a useful tutorial on how to fill the online application form. Now, you're about to attend a thorough presentation of the master structure and contents. You can ask us any question, academic or administrative related, through the chat below this video or through the form at the bottom of the page. After the presentation, we will answer all your questions during a live session with the director of the program. Thank you and enjoy.
Hello everyone. Welcome to this presentation of the Master of Science in Informatics at USI. My name is Kai Hormann. I have been a professor here at USI in informatics for the last 10 years, and I'm in charge of this master as a master director, and I would like to share some information about it with you today. So the structure of the presentation is the following. We first talk a little bit about the objectives, then the structure, the career prospects, and finally we finish off with a few formalities like the admission requirements and application deadlines. So first of all, why should you study informatics? Well, I guess you're interested in computer science, otherwise you wouldn't be here, right? So you have now your bachelor in computer science, or are about to have it, and you think about continuing your study of computer science, and you would like to do a master, because you want to deepen and you want to expand your knowledge in computer science because it's an interesting topic, and you can have a really good career when you are a computer scientist. Lots of work opportunities out there because computer science is really the backbone of the 21st century in all fields, basically. So we at USI, in our Master of Computer Science, or Informatics as we say, we prepare you for a good long-term career in computer science because we teach you about more advanced things in this field. So we get you acquainted with the current and evolving technologies in computer science. We give you practical and theoretical skills, and we let you understand and design and evaluate and optimize complex computer systems, and you will afterwards have a good domain knowledge in exciting application areas. So this sounds all very exciting. So what is the particularity of our program? Well, when you look around for master programs in computer science, you will see that most of them are specialized in something. Well, our Master of Informatics is a general thing where we have lots of flexibility in the curriculum, and you can fix your own learning path as you go. And if you want, you can specialize into some area, or you can also decide to stay broad in computer science. So the advantage of this master is its flexibility. So you can identify your interests as you go along and deepen them, or just stay broad and choose from a large number of topics and courses that we present to you and that you can choose from. So how is this master organized? Well, first of all, it's a 2 years master, 120 ECTS, stretching over 4 semesters, and you usually start your first semester by taking 5 what we call foundational courses that cover 30 ECTS, your first semester. So these foundational courses are kind of giving you a good understanding, or broader understanding of what computer science is about, and then you, in the following 2 semesters, you select from a broad range of elective courses another 60 ECTS worth of courses, ending up with 90 ECTS, and on top comes a master thesis to give you all the 120 ECTS you need. So when it comes to the elective courses, you can basically take any of all the informatics master courses we offer here at USI, and in particular, you can use these electives to specialize in a certain direction. Currently, we're offering 5 so-called directions like computer systems, geometric and visual computing, information systems, programming languages, and theory and algorithms. These are all fields of computer science that we cover very well here at USI. There are 3 more. That's the one on the right, with the 3 symbols on the right. And for those, we have actually dedicated masters. That's the Master in Computational Science, the Master in Artificial Intelligence, and the Master in Software Design and Engineering. So if you are more interested in these 3 fields, you'd rather take one of the dedicated masters in this direction. Otherwise, you can stick to our general master and choose one of these 5 specialization areas if you want, but you don't have to. If you want, you just take 18 ECTS or more, usually 3 to 4 courses in that particular area, specialization in the end if you also have your master thesis in that topic. You can also choose external courses that are not taught by our faculty, up to 12 ECTS, and as I said in the beginning, you all wrap it up with a master thesis of 30 ECTS. And that's all the 100 ECTS, 120 ECTS. What we also offer in this master is a double degree with the Università of Milano Bicocca. So this works like this: you spend 1 year here, 1 year there, and in the end you get 2 diplomas, one from us and one from Milano Bicocca. So if you want to know more details about this, just contact me in the end, or ask me in the Q&A session. So what are these foundation courses? Well, you can choose 5 out of these 6 courses, most of them in the fall semester, so that's perfect for you to get started with in your first semester, because you will usually start in fall, and ones in the spring semester. And these courses, you can read it for yourself, they cover really the basics of computer science, and they give you a good and broad basis for further studying and also later for working. So after having completed these foundation courses, you have a good foundation for your future studies and your career. So that's why we decided to offer these things. And to give you a little bit of flexibility, you have to choose only 5 out of 6 to avoid maybe a topic that you don't like that much, or that sounds hard to you. But you can also take all 6 if you want, of course. And then after these, taking these foundation courses, 30 ECTS worth, all the rest is completely flexible. You just choose from all the courses that we offer and whatever you like. And as you go along, you may develop an interest in a specialization area that you can then choose from, and then you write your master thesis in that specialization area, and then you normally will have the 18 ECTS of specialization satisfied automatically, and then we can write in your diploma that you have specialized in this area. But you don't have to. You can also just be very general and just study whatever you like, and in the end you just get your diploma in informatics, very broad. So what are the career prospects? Well, you all know that industry is looking for computer scientists, because that is, as I said before, the backbone of the 21st century. What math was in the 20th century, informatics is for the 21st century. There's rarely a field where you can get by without knowing about informatics. And virtually any company whose business depends on software in some way or the other, and that's most of them, will need you. So if you finish your studying with us, you are very well prepared for industry, but you can also continue, if you like, in research and academia, for example, by doing a PhD either with us or somewhere else. And we also have something called CP Startup. That's a little startup incubator where we can help you build your own company if you want to. And in general, job opportunities are really good. You know that ICT specialists are rising about 4% per year, the demand for them. And in the EU alone, we have an expected shortage of about 900,000 computer scientists just in this year. So come to us, study informatics, and you will be very well prepared. And all our graduates usually get a job within the first 6 months after having completed their master degree. So just to give you a little bit of an idea what you can expect to do in this master, rather than walking you through all the courses that you can choose from, because you can look at that list in the web better, I wanted to show you a little bit of examples of master theses that have been done in our master in the past few years. Because when it comes to that, you just approach a professor and choose from many topics that we can offer. Everything basically we cover with our professors here, ranging from computer vision and artificial intelligence, graphics, digital fabrication, information systems, embedded, distributed systems, software engineering, data science, theory, algorithms, you name it, we cover it all. And you can choose from all these areas, approach a faculty member, approach a professor, and then do a master thesis with that professor. Ones you like, topics you like, whatever you want. And just to give you a few examples what has been done with us in the last few years, here are a few, so that you can know a little bit what to expect. So this is an example actually supervised by myself. That was a project for digital tree generation. So trees are natural structures, and you can instruct the computer to build them in 3D, and then you can make them look really real. And this is an example from computer graphics and geometric modeling. And you can see the student here Jotam, already 6 years ago, he did his master in informatics with me. And this master thesis ended up with really a virtual model of our university that you can see on the right, and all these artificial trees that he has generated with his program. Here's another one supervised by a colleague of mine, more towards artificial intelligence. So here it's all about facial expressions, and the student was able to write a program and to do some thesis work where facial expressions and faces really as 3D models were generated automatically, and you're able then to combine the facial expressions to animate the face, and that's all very interesting and part of actual research. This is a master project supervised by a colleague of mine, Ernst Witt. He's more a statistician, and they were looking here into networks of friendship and academic performance, and were modeling these relationships between people, how they know each other, and then they were doing things with these models. And this was Lorenzo, who a few years ago started a master project with my colleague Laura Pozzi, where they were designing programs for FPGAs and how to instruct them better to carry out processes. And this was so successful that later on he continued with a PhD here at USI, and he's still doing great work and will soon graduate from our PhD program. Another example was Christian, who finished the master just 2 years ago, and he was working more in distributed systems on something that's, let's say, at the bottom of blockchain systems, and he was able to find a few new things there and develop them, and he then got offered some position in London at Bloomberg, where he works now as a software engineer. So you see lots of job opportunities even outside Switzerland, and you're well prepared if you study with us. Shkurta is another example of a student who did the master with us. In this case, it was in mobile sensing, where they were tracking students using these digital watches and measure things to track the attention of students during the lecture. And this was, again, very good work, and she was offered a PhD student position here at our university with Professor Santini, and she's now doing a PhD and continuing her work there. Last example, this is by my colleague Piotr Didek, and he's also in graphics and digital fabrication, and here the master's student was producing objects, first designing them and then printing them, and studying new properties of these objects that can be 3D printed. So all these are very exciting things that you can do, for example, in your master thesis. And just to get a few formalities right, you can also ask me about these later in the Q&A session. So in order to study with us, you first of all need a bachelor degree, of course, otherwise you can't get admitted to the master, and it must be a bachelor degree by a recognized university. And it must be either in computer science or in one of the related disciplines like math or physics. And depending on what you did before in your bachelor, if it was not computer science, some debits may apply, so that we may tell you, okay, maybe it's better to get some programming skills first, or something else might be missing from your previous studies. And then we may tell you, look, better for you to study a few of these bachelor courses before starting with the master. And that's also the case if you have a bachelor degrees from a University of Applied Sciences. Then we have to give you 30 ECTS debits that you usually take before starting with the master program. So often in your first semester coming here, you fulfill your debits if you need some, and then you can start your master. But normally, if you have just a bachelor degree from a normal university recognized by us in computer science, you won't have any debits, and you can just start with your master straight away. And what you need is good command of English, because all our master program is in English, even though we are here in the Italian part of Switzerland. So this is either being a native speaker, then you are, of course, good enough in English, or if you have completed a bachelor degree in English, that's good enough as well. If not, we need a certificate. And for entering our master, you will need a B2 level certificate. B2 is the CEFR scale. In the, for example, the IELTS scale, it would be 5.5, or the Cambridge English, it would be the first certificate in English. This is what you need for entering the master, and for graduating from the master, you will have to get your C1 level certificate. But usually you can get that on the fly, because as you go along in the master and take all these courses in English, at the end you will surely have no problems of getting the C1 level certificate at all. Oops, that was a bit too fast. So application deadlines for the master, normally it's 31st of May, but we extended this year because of COVID-19 to 31st of August, so you can wait basically until the end, because courses start in mid-September. You can wait until August to apply for this master and get admitted. And if you're looking for a scholarship, we offer several of them. On the next page I'll tell you more about it. You should apply for them before the end of July. So scholarships, why do I mention scholarships? Because we do have fees here at USI. Normally you have to pay 4,000 per semester to study with us. If you are from Switzerland or graduating from a high school in Switzerland, then it's 2,000 per semester, which is not too much compared to the US, but also not negligible. And if you don't have sufficient funds to pay for this yourself, you can apply for one of the many grants that we offer. So if you want to know more about it, here's the webpage. You go on to USI education/master/fees and grants, and you get an overview of all the grants we offer. In a nutshell, we have 60 one-off USI study grants for 4,000 francs, so that covers either 1 or 2 semesters, depending where you come from. And then in informatics in particular, we have another 10 scholarships that cover the whole university fees for 2 years. And all these grants are merit-based. So if you were good in your previous academic degree, which is usually a bachelor, then you have good chances probably of getting one. So apply for them, and good luck. And if you want to know more, well, this is the email address that you can send your questions to, studyadvisor@usi.ch. You can also give us a call or just check out our webpage. So this is what the webpage looks like. So if you go there, you will find more information. And in general, just don't feel shy and ask us whatever you want to know more about our master program. Write us an email or call us. And in a few minutes, we will also start the Q&A session. And then I'm here for you to answer all your remaining questions. Thank you.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching this presentation. Now that you know a little bit more of the Master in Informatics, we are here to answer your question, and Professor Kai Orman, the director of the program, joined me to help me out.
Hi students, thanks for watching, thanks for being here this morning, and we're looking forward to your questions if you have any.
Okay, so we got a couple of questions from the chat and a few from the form at the bottom of the page. The first question was from Simon, and he asked if it's compulsory to attend classes during the academic year.
Compulsory, well, very few courses really make it compulsory to come to class. I mean, you're old enough to know that it's helpful to come to class, but if you, for some reason, can't come or won't come, that's not a problem in general. But it may depend on the course, but most courses don't make it compulsory, because in the master you're old enough, you're mature, you know that you should come to class.
Okay, fair enough. Then the other question on the chat is from Jonathan, and he asked us if it's possible to carry out an internship during the master, and if it's the case, if students got ECTS for their internship.
Yes, Jonathan, this has happened before. We had a few students who did internships as part of the master, and we could give them 3 or 6 ETS depending on the project. And I know at least of one student who also followed up with a master thesis on this internship. It was a very nice master thesis, and so that is certainly possible. We do not have it in the program mandatory, so you don't have to, but if you want to do it, and if you find a company, and we can also help you find a company, then that's certainly an option.
Okay, now let's go to the questions from the form at the bottom of the page. Michael sent us a very general, broad question, but I think it's really worth an answer. Basically, he asked us why did you choose to have such a general informatics program, given the fact that all the other programs that USI is offering are very specialized?
Yeah, thanks for the question. So we decided to also offer this broad, this general master, which is not specific, because especially in informatics, technology changes from day to day, basically, and if not, within months. So there's a slight danger, I wouldn't call it danger, but there's a slight possibility that if you specialize in one direction, that may not be there tomorrow. So if you are then undecided and you don't know exactly in which direction to specialize, or if you're afraid of specializing in the wrong direction, you just go and take the broad master, the general master, and then you are prepared for basically anything in informatics. And informatics is the backbone of our society in the 21st century. Everything runs with informatics, so having a good foundation there and graduating from our general master is certainly a perfect basis for your future career.
Thanks a lot, Professor Harman. So another question, which is kind of, you already mostly answered to this, was sent by Albert, and he asked us whether it's possible to write the master thesis linked to an internship project, but somehow you already answered that it is possible, not so common, right?
But it has happened, yeah.
Yeah, so mostly master's degree students will write their thesis related to this research thesis, right?
Yes, but sometimes also these research theses are done abroad. So I just had a student recently who did his master thesis with Microsoft in Zurich. That's totally possible and not a problem at all.
Okay. Now, a question that maybe is lingering in the head of most of you, but finally someone asked it, and it's Catherine. That is asking us, so will classes be held in person next September? Maybe I will spend a few words, and then if Professor Orman has something to add. So as of today, there's no confirmation whether classes will be in person from the beginning of the semester. We definitely hope that this will be the case, because for us it's very important to have students in class for the interaction with professors and for the good outcome of your studies. But the situation right now is still unclear for September, and so we will keep you updated regularly, so please check the website and check our news. About this, one more thing, which is that because of the coronavirus outbreak, we extended our application deadline this year just for this situation that is very fluid and can have an impact on your decisions. So for students that need a visa to enter Switzerland, the new deadline is the end of May. While for students, EU students and those students that have a nationality that do not need a visa to enter Switzerland, the new deadline is the end of August. So I think we answered all the questions we received, and I thank you very much for attending this session. I hope that we help you out in figuring what is this master and this session that will help out you in deciding what you're going to do for your studies in the near future. Thanks to Professor Orman for joining us. And keep sending your questions through the form at the bottom of the page. We're going to answer any question that you will send us anytime. That's it from us, and thank you a lot, and goodbye.